This is We the People. As I mentioned before the break, our volunteer opportunity of the month is brought to us by Business Volunteers Unlimited. And joining me right now is Sue Buddenbaum, founder of BigHearted Blooms. Welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Oh, you brought some flowers with you, and nothing like holding a sweet-smelling flower in my hand. You know. Tell me about BigHearted Blooms. What is that?
So BigHearted Blooms, we recycle flowers. We gather up flowers after they've been used once from a wedding or a funeral or a grocery store. We bring them together, we rearrange them, we take them back out as individual arrangements, and we surprise people in care facilities so that they know that they're not alone and that the community supports them.
You mean after we go to an event, those big events, and we got flowers all over the place, and then everybody leaves, those flowers are still in there, but you can use those flowers.
We can. We intercept them as often as we can, because a lot of times otherwise they're headed for the trash or the landfill. So
that's something. And such wonderful flowers. Where do you take them now? Where do they go from BigHearted Blooms?
We take them to our facility, which is at 51st and St. Clair. We have a large volunteer organization that comes in and works with the flowers and rearranges them. And then we have more volunteers that take them out and deliver them to about 130 different care facilities around town.
Now, you brought a whole bunch of flowers with you today.
I did.
Tell me about these flowers now.
So some of these,
what are we going to do with these flowers?
Well, some of these flowers came from grocery stores, some from weddings and things over the weekend. When we're doing an arrangement, I'm not a florist, but our volunteers are not florists, right? So we try to say it's an every person thing. Start with greens. I actually pulled some of these greens from my yard, so you don't have to buy them.
Okay.
Next thing is a feature flower. Feature flower is a big one, like your.
So this is a. So what do you need? What do you need me to do with this?
Flower,
this was and the bride wore chantilly lace and a pretty face, and she had flowers.
And she had flowers.
She had flowers all around, huh?
So that one is your first one you want to start with.
So what am I going to do?
Well, I've already cut it for you, so you're lucky there. These are also statement flowers.
And I will put this in here,
put them in the center.
Just like that, right in the center.
Put it in the center.
Oh, Leon, you're in the florist business.
He is in the florist business.
I'm a flowers and candy man anyway.
Okay, then the next thing, after you get some features in there, you want to do a line flower. Line flower is like a tall, skinny one, right? So
let's see what we got here.
Green could be like this is a good line.
Oh,
right?
yeah, okay.
That'll kind of give your arrangement some shape.
Yeah, and these are going to go to someplace.
Yeah, they're going to go to a care facility. They're going to surprise someone in a
Okay, where do we go from here, Sarah?
And we use the filler flowers, right? So any of these, then you just start filling it around.
You just fill them around. And then we get right here? Like,
yeah, sure, whatever you want.
That'll work?
And you want to cut it?
I need to cut this one a little bit, huh?
Yep.
And you were telling me during the break, cut at an angle, Leon.
Cut at an angle.
Cut at an angle, and see how that, Leon, you're doing it. You're doing it, man.
And you can just keep adding color and keep adding variety until you like it. And when you like it, it's done, and somebody else will like it too.
Why is your service particularly important this time of the year?
Well, the holidays, including things like Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, they can be the season of loneliness for some people, because while many are surrounded by family and friends, there's a lot of people in our community who aren't. And so I think that we work very hard to touch as many people as we can during the holiday season, so that we can, because we know that there's a heightened level of loneliness.
Now, how do you get how do the flowers get to you?
Sometimes our volunteers go pick them up, and other times we have people who bring them to us. So in either way, we're always happy to talk to anyone who has an event coming up that might want to donate their flowers. A lot of brides will call us in advance to make sure that they get their flowers donated after the fact.
Let's let the audience know you're located at East 51st and St. Clair Avenue. The address is 5122 St. Clair Avenue on the Cleveland east side, northeast side. So 5122 St. Clair Avenue. If people, if they've got a big wedding, or even a funeral after the funeral, because a lot of times you end up with a lot of flowers, more than people can put into the house, you know.
Yeah.
And they will keep some, and some of them can go to someplace else.
And then we'll make sure that they're getting a second life, bringing some happiness and joy to someone.
What are people's reaction to all of this?
Well, it's a very simple mission, right? But it's a kind gesture. The people who give the flowers benefit from it, and the people who receive them do as well.
Did you start this?
I did 6 years ago.
Why did you start this 6 years ago, Sarah?
So I am a cancer survivor, and my mother also had Alzheimer's, so I went through a several-year journey there of visiting a lot of hospitals and care facilities, and I met a lot of people who were lonely, and dealing with really difficult life challenges alone. And small acts of kindness when someone needs an emotional support can go a long way.
Flowers can do that, right?
They can,
You know?
they can. And actually, like, loneliness is not just an emotional problem, but it also has physical side effects. So you can have increased risk of heart disease and stroke and dementia. And so, flowers are a joy builder.
What do you want the viewers to do for you now? How can our viewers help you, Sarah? Sue Buddenbaum.
Yes, thank you.
How can viewers help you, Sue?
Well, in a few ways. It is the season of loneliness, so we're trying to get people to sponsor joy over the holidays. So every $5 allows us to touch more people. So you can always donate through our website. Or we also always need volunteers to help us deliver. The best part of the mission is being able to have that interaction with the individual that you're surprising in their room. And we're always looking for more volunteers to help us.
This is such a wonderful idea. And she talked about you can contact BigHearted Blooms by going to BigHeartedBlooms.org. Well, you've got a big heart. I mean, you're showing a lot of love for those who certainly could use a little pick-me-up.
Thank you. I'm the instigator, but we have a lot of volunteers who are getting on this mission and trying to help spread kindness around Cleveland.
This is vital to what we're doing to helping people, right? Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Did I do okay with putting your flowers together?
You started, yeah. You might want to add a couple more.
What is that?
If you really
A
want to
little
take them.
sunflower. That's a little sunflower there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, sunflowers always bring a little sunshine in all of our lives.
You're doing pretty well there.
I'm doing pretty well. That's not bad, huh?
Yeah, and I think for people who want to do something on their own and they've picked up some grocery store flowers, it's really simple.
Sue Buddenbaum, founder of BigHearted Blooms, right here in Cleveland. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being on the broadcast.